Hey everyone, I'm back with another previously unreleased episode, the last one done in this sort of editing format, in fact. This technically isn't a dungeon, but it's an outdoor area with elites, and I wanted to head through this place because it's a cool outdoor dungeon kind of thing. We have some close calls in this one, and just like in zul'farrak, I'll be sure to critique my past technique. Let's get to it, enjoy. And as you can see from that clip in Stormwind, I was just as big a fan of explosives back then too, because, I mean, golly, did you see how many sapper charges I had? I love sappers, they're easily one of my favorite explosives. We're just out here picking up a quest really quick, and then we're going to accept a summon. And there it is. Thank goodness for warlocks, right? See, it's ironic because they're not good at all. They're hey, I've been summoned already. But okay, I'll go over here and get summoned back. Thank you. Yeah, warlocks are not good at all. They're evil. They're scary. They're demonic. But thank goodness for them anyway. Because they give you hellstones, they give you soulstones, they give you, well, they give you summons too. We got another quest over here to save a griffin at the very top of Jintha'Alor.
Be good.
We're not going to bother reading it right now. We've got more stuff to do. We got stuff to kill. We got trolls to kill, and possibly some of the horde variety too. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting there. Not only are we going to save that griffin, but we also have a mallet to pick up. The mallet of zul'farrak. Because if you don't know, to summon that big Hydra boss we saw in the other episode of zul'farrak, you need a mallet that you get from this zone. And the area where you find it is actually full of... Oh, hello there. I'm gonna slow this fellow down. Apparently he resisted my friend's charge and intercept, but that's just the orc racial at work. Sorry, buddy. I know you're a hunter, but, well, my friend engaged you, so there's nothing I could do but kind of join in. Sorry. Anyway, the mallet that we need to get is up that way. Is up at the very peak of Jintha'Alor, where there are tons of elite trolls. Some which are quite high level, actually. Some which are scarily powerful. But we'll get there when we get there. Like I said, we first need to find the first thing. The mallet that is not blessed or whatever we need to do to it. At another altar. Down this way, in this direction, in this general direction. At the Altar of Zul. There it is. Here we are. I'm just going to feint everything off, and we can go ahead and start pulling everything up this way. Our friend is apparently going all the way up to the top of the altar, but it's a little bit early for that because we're fighting our way up here. I don't appear to be getting any procs, but at least I did get a Raptor Strike crit. And at least I remembered to use multi-shot, even if it was not weaving out and hitting the primary targets with it. Here we are. And there's another multi-shot. It's a happy multi-shot on 3 targets, and everything's fine. And we're just going to paint some white clouds here, and look at that happy tree. Look at that happy Raptor Strike crit. Sorry, I don't know what I'm on about. I'm just kind of rambling. These old episodes are, well, they're fun to look at. They're fun to remember. I remember this. I remember being here at Jintha'Alor with Flagstealer, my good friend, and that tank there, that other warrior there. He is an absolute boss. We're gonna see him in Blackrock Depths, but that's for another time. It was a lot of fun there. It seems that the mob that we need to kill is not actually here at the moment. So we're just going to have to wait for a little while. There's nothing we can do about that. But I'll be here to keep you guys company while we do. There are elites here, but they're not the elites that we're looking for. We're after this one called Qiaga the Keeper, not Mortagia. or however you pronounce that name. It may seem like a special NPC since she does have a name, but nope, she's not at all special. She just has a name, kind of like Delmanis the Hated back in Darkshore. There's no point to him. There's no purpose, but he exists. So here we go. We've got everything sorted around for now. So we're just gonna sit tight on top of the altar here. Wait for them respawns and kill them when they pop up. Because that's vanilla. You camp and you camp some more. Like that Broken Tooth you see there. Yes, that is Broken Tooth, and yes, I am leveling without Growl on Kronos. Or I did level without Growl, rather. It was just kind of to see how it would work out. So it turns out that it works well enough, as long as you kill plenty of casters on the way up. Or do lots of stutter stepping. I remember questing in the Burning Steps. We're just gonna do some laps here too while we wait. Gotta stretch them leg muscles. Never miss leg day. And we can whack that guy when we pass by. Because this is how you stay in shape. This is how you use Aspect of the Cheetah. Because if you don't do this sort of thing at least once every 5 years, then you're certainly going to be out of shape. Has it been so long already? 5 years. It's been a long time since Kronos 2. We're still waiting for that Qiaga fellow to pop up. She's got to appear at some point. Rapture is standing in the way, but I'm going to jump over him instead of sending him out of the way. I could also drop an immolation trap while I pass by that mob. Help Rapture out just a little bit. And we're gonna find Qiaga eventually. She's gonna pop up at some point. There she is. Finally, there she is. All right, let's kill her and get a move on. We can stop doing laps now. We don't have to do that again until I decide that we need to do it again. And who knows when that'll be. There's something behind me, but I'm gonna ignore it. I just give it a little scatter shot, and now I'm just gonna trap it, or well, I put a Viper Sting on it, so obviously the trap's not gonna work. My group is leaving me though, so I've got myself the thing that I need. We're gonna abandon the temple, jump down and run, boys. Run into the forest of the hinterlands. And here we go. We can get to Jintha'Alor now. We can start ascending the city. This is that the ancient tablet or whatever that we found in Zul'farrak that tells of the mallet of Zul'farrak and how to get the thing. Here we are in front of Jintha'Alor. This is kind of like this is an outdoor troll city. This is what Zul'farrak might be if it were outdoors. And it's pretty cool. It could have been a dungeon, to be honest. It could have been a dungeon with some loot and whatever. Maybe that was a consideration back in Official Classic, or back in the original Classic, I should say. Back in the beta. But it never came to be. There are elites here though, and they are pretty tough. We're just gonna skip the stairs here. Shoot this guy here who happened to be watching the random mountain that we climbed over. Now we're moving up to level 2. Level up. And there appears to be some more trolls over there, which I've auto-targeted and pulled onto my group. Sorry guys, that's my old self. And believe it or not, I'm still about that clumsy. Just the other day, I was in Blackrock Depths with some friends, and we went all the way to Emperor. I'm still level 51, but I was able to kite Princess around. That was a lot of fun. And during the Golem Lord room, I ended up auto-targeting a group of golems, while my rogue friend was trying to snatch up just one ad in the middle of the room. So that ended up killing us both. That's the Ravager meme. Sometimes I really help folks out, and sometimes I really screw the pooch. I did do a good move right there by trapping the target behind me, and the warlock certainly helped with her or his fear. But the trap certainly works too. The stairs up to the next level of Jintha'Alor are just about over here. I mean, there are like 6 levels to this place. We just boop that one, and we going up. The old style of editing is a lot more complete, you know what I mean? There aren't very many jump cuts or cuts in general. We just kind of speed up if things are slow. I do like the new style better, where it's simply we simply jump between actiony moments. But this certainly is more conducive to the calmer moments, the calmer in-between moments. Some good running, maybe a little bit of monologuing. That's always fun. You guys know that I like to go on about random things. We were in Maraudon the other day too, and that time I actually did help out a little bit before I got my my warlock friend killed. Okay, so this is a funny story for you. Back in Maraudon the other day, a guildie was doing some princess runs. We did only 3. I had 2 other guildies with me, and we got 2 Blackstone ring drops, both in the first 2 runs. Eventually, there was a shadow priest, a very angry shadow priest, at my warlock friend. Apparently, they have a thing. He farms the place. My warlock friend ganks him. That's just how that works out. And well, he managed to ambush us all and get us when we were all low. So rather than actually go into the instance and farm a little bit, he decided to sit there and camp in place a little bit. So I was like, hey, my warlock friend, look, we could wait for him to go inside, but I could also just CC him and we can go in anyway. So she was like, sure, give it a shot, and I did. We went ahead and I rezzed up first, scatter shot into freezing trap because I could not res up right on top of him. Warlock friend rezzed up, got the portal set. We all jumped in before he was untrapped. That's probably thanks to clever traps too. So that worked out. And then get this, I had the quest to kill Princess, the corruption of Earth and Seed, and for some reason I thought that we needed to get an item off the Princess. I don't know why I remembered that incorrectly, but I decided to try following my warlock friend into Maraudon a little bit deeper. Accidentally pulled some Diametrodons, got us both killed, or actually no, just got her killed, and then my feint death actually worked. And then she was like, "Wait, don't you get credit for that by standing in the spot by the Hydra area next to the falls?" And I checked my quest log, and the quest log, rather the quest is complete. so I followed along pointlessly and got my friend killed. That was that's the meme. That's the meme. We've also got something on our butts here, and our multi-shot is on cooldown. Sorry, I'm stuck a little bit in story time. I'm having fun here. 2 of the mobs are down though, just about. There goes that one. So this one is the only one left. We're going to ascend to the next level very soon. But first I'm going to have a drink. A quick drink. With the 2 times speed, because this is the old style of editing. There are some things that I like about the old style, but I do like the new style better. Yep, and there goes the dead zone on the aim shot. Should have stopped it a little bit sooner. Fired off the auto shot instead and stutter stepped back. But it's fine, we can get one off right now. 402, almost a 404, troll not found. Almost a 403, troll forbidden from living. I don't remember the codes for errors or anything. That's one of the things for the devs or the system ops, but I kind of absorbed some of that through staff of osmosis. Some of that knowledge. I'm not very good with computers. I'm just kind of aware of them. I believe I'm using a Verdant Keeper's Aim at the moment, just like I used in zul'farrak. The Verdant Keeper's Aim is, well, I don't recommend it on Official Classic. It can break your scatter shot. So, heck, pick up a Skull-Splitting Crossbow at 43, get a Heart-Seeking Crossbow at 51, and try to stick to dungeons and questing, because that will also break your scatter shot. It does have a Shadow Shot proc. But it is very powerful otherwise, the Heart-Seeking Crossbow. The Verdant Keeper's Aim, well, I mean, it's a nice enough bow. But honestly, this might sound silly, but I was thinking of picking up the staff. The staff from that quest, which gives health per second and mana per second. Or per 5 seconds, rather. And why the staff? Because, well, while we're running up through the DMT farm, it could help us regenerate a little bit faster. Or in general, really. Get it enchanted with Spirit. Maybe, have an easier time learning the farm, anyway. We do need to relearn it anew. And by the way, we are on the top floor of... or the top level, the top tier of Jintha'Alor now. Look at that 56 Mongoose Bite. So nasty. So hard-hitting. So, we're gonna go save the Griffin. But first, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves the mallet. The mallet, that's over this way, and also the Egg of Hakar, which we need for a quest in the Sunken Temple. That's in the very back of a nasty cave full of very, very nasty elites, so we're certainly going to have fun in there. But before we get there, the mallet is outside. Or rather, the altar to bless the mallet. Or whatever we need to do to that mallet. To get it to ring the gong in zul'farrak. And who knows, we may never need it. Who's going to go back to zul'farrak? But it is nice to have, you know, in case you're helping a guildie out or something. It is nice to have. And this is a fun quest. I believe it's a fun quest. Not everyone will enjoy killing a whole bunch of random elites on the way up. But I think this area is really cool. You know, it is an outdoor sort of area. And actually, I edited this episode a long time ago, early, ahead of time. Simply because I had some retail friends who were asking, hey, how are things going on Nostalrius? How are things going on Kronos? What's vanilla like? And I was like, well, there's a lot of weird stuff in the world. There are quests all over the place. And, well, there are some non-elite, or there are some elite areas outside. There are like outdoor dungeons. They're like, wait a minute, what? There are mobs on the way to the dead mines. There are mobs on the way to, there are elites all over the place. And I'm like, yeah. Here's Jintha'Alor, check this out. There's, there are lots of trolls. It's kind of like zul'farrak if it were an outdoor instance. We had some greens drop on this run. We did some quests. And here's a random sacrifice who was laying on the table, but is now trying to kill us. Also, that freezing trap evade. If I waited a moment longer, that might have been better. And you see, with batching, perhaps the freezing trap might not have gone off until the boss re-aggroed. Also, we just lost someone, so there goes the battle res. We only have a druid healer, so unfortunately, we're kind of out of luck in terms of resurrection. If we go in there and die, that's that. So we got to be super careful. We're gonna finish this one off. The skull target. I've marked it up just so that we can focus it down. The sooner we get one target down, the better. Now we can go on to the elite. And that one is down too. She has that shadow word pain. That's pretty nasty. We're jumping on top of the altar. We're blessing the mallet. We're forging it or whatever we're doing. And now that cave right over here. This cave right here, with the weird large mask thing out front. This is where the Egg of Hakar is. It's neat how there was lore in the game for Hakar before ZG ever came out. They probably... the Blizzard devs probably had a lot of ideas for what to include, but couldn't quite get all the raids and stuff out on time. I think Zul'Gurub, not Zul'Gurub. It's not Garub. They actually pronounced it in one of those Cataclysm cinematics. It's Zul'Gurub. Weird, right? Anyway, I think Zul'Gurub is a pretty cool instance. It's got some creative bosses. It's a nice small raid. You could do it fast. There are mounts, but there are also interesting mechanics. You know, it's an easy raid, but there are mechanics that actually need to be performed in order to keep it easy. So it's pretty cool. Like they're more complex than MC bosses, you know. It was a great catch-up raid, and also, I mean, it benefited everyone really. You got the newbies who are in there for early 60s stuff, and then you've got yourself the awesome enchants and consumables that even Nax raiders will want. So there's always a demand for Zul'Gurub, and it was really well constructed, I think. Very, very nice. But that's somewhere else. Right now we're in the cave trying to look for the egg of the car, which we need to take to the Sunken Temple, crack that baby wide open, and then murder the heck out of whatever pops out, or whatever that quest entails. It's something weird. The mobs in this here cave are pretty tough. They're all around level 50, and they're all wielding shields and stuff. They're cloth shields, you know. They seem to have a frame and then some cloth that's painted. But maybe I'm just seeing them wrong. I don't know. It looks kind of funny. It looks kind of weak to me. But no, these guys are pretty tough. They're very tough. One thing I think this cave could probably use is a greater variety of enemies. We do see some unique mobs at the end of it, but we'll get to them. There are some ghost mushrooms around though, but we don't have herbalism. So, I'm just making the observation in case you happen to be in the area, in case you happen to have herbalism. Keep your eyes out. Those ghost mushrooms can be pretty valuable. Right now we're stutter stepping around. No reason for it, but it is fun. The egg is all the way in the back there. We're headed up the right way now. We're gonna head to the end of this here corridor and then take a left. Or, you know, go the only way that we can go. Looks like there are there a couple of mobs there? No, just one. There's one. There's another one. We're pulling these one at a time. But we'll certainly pull a few more when we get to the end. We have no choice but to pull a few more. As long as our druid can handle it, then we'll be a-okay. And our druid can handle it. He is a tough boy. He has the spirit of the bear within him. He is ready to tackle any challenge that we may happen to have. It was a nice aimed shot before the dead zone, and a good opportunity to raptor strike, since he was closer to us. A lovely aimed shot crit, but only 841. Like I said, these guys are pretty armored. They're pretty tough, or at least they were here. To my recollection, they either had a lot of armor or a lot of HP. Maybe the latter, because I guess 160 or so is pretty good for Verdant Keeper auto shots. Who knows though? Hopefully they're not so tough on Official Classic, because, well, I may want to stop up here myself sometime. Here should be the last pull before the quote-unquote final boss, who is just around the corner to the right. Actually, come to think of it, this might be a dangerous place to sit with that mob, because Well, we might get her early. Yep, there she is. There they are, I should say. We got someone going after the healer. I used a freezing trap, but it was broken immediately. We do not have a mage, so there's no on-demand CC with the polymorph. It's either my freezing trap or bust. Our healer was very low right there, but we managed to save him. Managed to get something off of him. He's just got to heal himself up, and we've got to take out these guys one at a time. I've certainly not helped the situation by shrinking everyone down. We have 2 melee here, and Rapture, so well, that's not going to help. It's a tremendous loss in attack power. But we've nonetheless slain the Keeper enemy there, and we're about to finish off this mob here. It was a close call, but we pushed through. Everyone is alive and well, thank goodness, and we earned ourselves a green for that. And we also earned ourselves a quest item. That right there is the Egg of Hakar, a terrifyingly powerful artifact in one of the most obscure of places. But I suppose it's good that it's kept in an obscure place. They would not want it to fall into the hands of the likes of me. Keep it secret, keep it safe. There's our ancient egg, so let's get the heck out of here before we get respawns on our butts. We might get those mobs again if we don't hurry. The dynamic respawns on private servers could be pretty tricky, and that is one thing I do like better about Official Classic. And then there's a repop. There's only one though, so we may be able to escape in time. Or well, the other 2 can't be too far behind. Maybe we ought to finish them off before proceeding. Anyway, Blizzard's dynamic respawn system, where several mobs of the same type can respawn at once. If you happen to be low on that certain type of mob. I do like that. That is an interesting system, and it certainly makes things a lot more fair for questing, while not overcrowding an area with respawns that are simply fast. This elite over here is going down once again. We're killing the final boss twice. This is what phasing is like. Or layering, rather. That's another thing I dislike about Official Classic, or disliked, rather. People actually abused phasing to kill raid bosses twice. Or, dungeon bosses and other stuff like that. So, when it comes to how to control the population, I certainly disagree with Blizzard there. I think they kind of screwed the pooch on that one. I like the dynamic respawn system. If they had that and not layering, 404 troll not found. If they had that and not layering, I think I'd be happy. Well, we got to get our way out of here. We got to fight our way out. So we're gonna scatter that mob. We're going to pull Rapture out once again. We dismissed him just to jump down more easily. And there is a passage up that way, so we're going to take it. It's a narrow passage, but we can squeeze through. One of those elites just went down. You see, having the target priority certainly helps with, getting rid of these guys faster, more efficiently, and ensuring that we probably don't wind up taking a little bit too much damage. Our healer does not go so easily, and we have better chances of survival. Oh, there's a third mob. Gonna trap this one right here. That's what freezing trap looks like without batching, folks. Ain't that so responsive? Ain't that so clean? They really hecked it up with Feign Death too, Blizzard. I don't like what they did with Feign Death. I don't like what they did with batching. I've said it before, but it seems like an intentional technical difficulty to me. An intentional bug. I do get the authenticity argument, but I disagree with certain things like that, like batching. I think it would be better without it. We have the opportunity to improve, since this is the current year. It is much later than the original game. And batching can make the game more responsive in a nice, fun way. We're just about out of the cave once again. I think that might be the last mob that we need to kill. Assuming that, well, actually, there's that other elite outside who uses Shadow Word Pain and stuff like that. Oh, hey, there's a rogue over here. Hello. Apparently she needs an invite. I'm just gonna randomly kick someone real quick. Just get that rogue in the group really quick. Apparently she needs a quest on this mob, but well, she's in group already, so she can't quite join ours and get the tag. I'm trying to invite you. We're trying to save you the tag, mate. Okay, there's the mob again. There we go. Finally, the group is complete. Our rogue can, or well, the random rogue, not our rogue. 420, plays it. I still don't know what that is. There we go. Now our warlock can come back in the group. The random rogue has gotten himself the thing. And it looks like we have a little bit of trouble here. A lot of trouble, actually. Let me freeze something real quick. Oh, he's low. But healer saved him. Healer saved him. These wolves can hit pretty hard. These elites can be pretty scary. The tank is low once again. And goes down. Oh man, that's a corpse run. We do not have a res. Let's see if we can save anyone else from the same fate. It looks like the warlock is going down though. But the rest of us are safe. So I guess we'll just chill up here. It's ironic that we survived the cave only to meet some death out here. Oh well. We're just about done here. We just have to go save that griffin. Well, our guys are just about back. The warlock is rezzed up, and so is our tank. So we're just gonna buff him up, and we're officially good to go once again. Come on, guys, we gotta go save that griffin. Sharpbeak. The baby griffin. We must protect. I do have a mount here. I did get my mount at 40 on both Nostalrius and Kronos. Another 420, blaze it. Despite my infatuation with explosives, yes, I did get my mount. It's right there on the sidebar on C, where I like to keep it. But I'm not using it. I'm staying on foot. I like the natures, like all these trees and the kind of dark sky at the moment. Maybe it's I guess it is kind of nighttime, ain't it? This is a pretty area. It's aesthetic. It's aesthetically pleasing. That mob over there, I think, must have been linked to this one, or is supposed to be linked. It's supposed to be linked, but it's not here. That's fine. We can go ahead and kill it now. Sharpbeak is just through this cave, and it's a much shorter cave. It's very short. You ready for this, you guys? Oh, look at how long and grueling this journey is. Gosh, that was tough. A neat little passageway. It also has a nice view here, because look at this. Yep. The cage is open, but Sharpbeak is apparently too tired to leave. We'll let him sleep there. This overlooks the Altar of Zul, where we got ourselves the mallet. We're going to just hop down the mountains carefully. A couple of ore nodes here that our miners are hacking away at, and we can head back to town now. We can safely report that Sharpbeak has had his cage opened. He'll be back soon, but just give him a minute. Yeah, give him a minute, fella. He'll be back. So we've saved Sharpbeak. We got ourselves the mallet. We also got ourselves the egg. So if you ever find yourself in the Jintha'Alor area, make sure you do all of those. Because look at that, lots of XP right there. Anyway, before we go, there was something else that we had to do before we could actually get this quest. This is one of those old editing style bonus footage sections. Like I said there, we had to go back to zul'farrak to get a quest in the Sharpbeak chain done, but while I go ahead and get myself killed, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. I know this episode was much more chill than yesterday's, more rambly, but I hope it was nonetheless thoroughly enjoyable. If you had fun, show me by hitting that like button down below, and go ahead and share too, because the more the merrier. It helps me know what I'm doing right, and you can feel free to let me know in the comments if you'd like to see something change. If you haven't already, please subscribe and click that bell icon down below so you never miss another upload. Don't forget to check the description for a skip list if you ever want to revisit certain parts of the episode. One of those is always included, and, well, just a heads up, I'm not sure what I can do for tomorrow. Due to the Thanksgiving weekend and trying to level up, I haven't had much time to edit very thoroughly. I'll see what I can do, but if I can't manage tomorrow, I'll be sure to let you guys know in the Ravager Den Discord server, also linked in the description, and have some more Amnesia ready for Thursday and Friday. I've got a really great ghost story lined up, one of my favorite customs ever made for the game, one with a lot of details that a lot of Let's Players have missed, and I can't wait to show you myself. But that's for them. For now, let me just close up by saying, as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.